So for today's class, we're going to learn about dispersion of data. There are 4 factors in dispersion vector. The first one we're going to talk about is range. The concept of range is very simple. It is max minus mean. This means that when you have the data numbers, such as 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, you just have to subtract the largest number to the smallest number. So in here, the range is 5. The weakness of this dispersion data is that because it only do the math at the end of these two, it is really sensitive to the outlier. So in order to cover this weakness, there is another factor, number 2, which is quartiles. Quartile is a concept that is from IQR. IQR is the formula for it. I will first explain it. Is Q quartile 3 minus Q1. So the concept of quartile is this. When you have the data, you divide it into 4 parts. 25%, 25%, 25%, and 25%. So this first, the least number, the 25% up to here is called quartile 1. And the 50% is called quartile 2, which is median, because it is at the middle of the data. And the 75% is called Q3. This concept is very important in statistics because when we read this box plot, quartile is very useful. So here is Q1 when you draw the box plot, and here is Q2 median, and here is Q3. Then how should we draw these 2 lines? Where should we end? The answer is this part is Q1 subtract with IQR, and IQR is 1.5 multiplied by this part, Q3 minus Q1, and this part is Q3 add by IQR. So by looking at this, we can draw. Oh, the graph looks like this. Here the median and like this. So anything that is out of here is called outliers. And the third concept that we're going to talk is variance. Variance, we write like this. Little cute circle with the 2 on it. So the formula for this is the variance is the concept that is dispersion from the mean due to the multitude of chance effect. And before specifically talk about this concept, I'm going to cover number 4, standard deviation, which is root from variance. So just cute little this thing. I should change the paper because of this graph. I didn't know. So number 3, variance. Number 4, standard deviation. So the standard deviation formula is this. It is just a root cover from the variance. Then what is the difference between two? In order to explain this concept, I am going to give this ping pong ball as an example. When you drop this ping pong ball, it bounces. And we say this point is mean and the bouncing place is the x value. So this part, this magnitude is the variance. How this value is apart from the mean. However, we want to know the distance, actual distance from it. So we do a root cover from the variance to just know the distance, not the magnitude. So variance is about the magnitude and standard deviation is calculating the distance. And more specifically, this one, we call it residual. And we will further cover about this residual later. But one thing that is very important is average of residual is always 0. So these are basically the tools that we use in statistics in order to get dispersion of data. I wish my video helped you understand what is dispersion of the data, and see you next class.